gonna sing? Hello, patrons of Gaming Wildlife. This is your director, and welcome to the first annual Gaming Wildlife podcast.
I'm Zombo.
This is Zombo, and it's not first annual because then we would only do it once a year. But anyway, welcome to the Gaming Wildlife podcast. This is a new thing we're going to be doing on a bi-weekly basis. In addition to some other stuff, we're going to be discussing various different wildlife things that we have been doing here. There's a video component on YouTube. If you want to go to our SoundCloud, which will be in the description, you can get an audio-only version of this. I am your director, Ian. You may know me as such. This is Zombo.
Yeah.
He's a felt zombie that we...
I'm a real zombie.
He's a real zombie.
And there's a fun fact you gotta know about me. I like dead flesh. I think everyone's safe. Nom, nom, nom. That's why I gnaw on myself.
So is that why you have no hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have a right hand.
That was kind of a tick.
That's fluff, by the way. This is just fluff. There's no blood.
Well, I cauterized it. That's what I did. I was a doctor before I died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I believe that.
Well,
so anyway, we're going to be discussing some various things that are going on with the Wildlife Foundation and the Wildlife channel and YouTube and all that. And then we're going to get to a whole bunch of really fascinating and really well thought out questions that you guys had posted onto our YouTube page.
Sure.
But first, let's discuss some of the episodes that we've done fairly recently. For the past month, we've actually done 3 100% honest episodes and a review roulette. The first of which was Sega in 1999. What? You're just gonna pick your nose.
Pick my eyeball.
That's wonderful. The Sega 1999 one was done because when we first started to come up with the idea for Sega 100% Honest, we've been kind of workshopping that one for a while. One of the ideas came up was that Sega, we should separate into two of them because Sega was huge and big, much bigger than they are now, back when they were still part of the console market. So we wanted to be able to make can we address Dreamcast in its own episode was the idea. And so we were the CEO guy or the head of I can't even remember who I played at this point, honestly. I don't really...
Well, according to what Daniel told me, basically it's like you wanted to try something different. You wanted to kind of play with the format.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I mean, I wanted to try and do something a little bit different because I feel like the Dreamcast needed to kind of have its own episode to talk about before we dive into Sega today. And the Sega 1999 was written entirely by me, and the Sega Part 2, which was basically just Sega in general, was written by our friend Adam over at Cold Steel Games.
Yeah, that British kid. Yeah.
And also partially the person responsible for us having a really big British audience because he's talked about us a lot on his channel, and we've done collaborations with him. Adam's really cool and a lot of fun, and I like Adam a lot.
Yeah.
But the other episode that was a bit different than some of the things you may have seen was if WWE were 100% honest. And
that was written by a Canadian guy.
That was written not by us, actually. We had someone contact us and tell us about this treatment they'd been writing for WWE. We don't watch wrestling. That's not exactly a thing that we do. No. So we didn't know a whole bunch about WWE, but with this episode, we all of a sudden just kind of got shown, hey, there's a bunch of really goofy and crazy things happening with with the World Wrestling Entertainment.
It's always fun to make fun of McMahon, though.
Oh, yeah. No.
Everybody knows that guy.
The guy, I'd seen some videos of him, and he is such an over-the-top whack job, really. I mean, you want to talk about strange people. Donald Trump has been on WWE numerous times. Apparently he sponsors a couple of the wrestlers, but he was actually, he's fought Vince McMahon on WWE.
I mean, it goes down to just some of the weird people that are in things that are in popular culture. Kind of like how Bernie Sanders, he's in a lot of exploitation films. As Bernie Sanders.
Wait, what?
That's, yeah.
That's a thing?
From what I know of, that's a thing. I was born back in the 70s. I watched them as a kid.
Wait, Bernie Sanders is actually in exploitation films? Because that's
I believe so. You can watch The Cinema Snob, I guess. I don't know if that was really the guy. It could have been just a guy playing the guy, but it would have been cool if it was the guy.
Okay, that is odd. But anyway, so back to the WWE episode. The script was written by a fan of the show and... Focus?
Oh, sorry. It was going...
Oh, what? The camera's doing weird things? Is the camera doing weird things?
Well, not now, because you're playing with it. It does it when you don't mess with it, because it's like, give me attention, ma!
For those of you who are listening to the audio-only version, I basically just kept putting my hand in front of the camera constantly. But, yeah. So, WWE, written by a fan. They put together the whole treatment because we didn't know anything about World Wrestling. Why is it called the WWE when WWE stands for World Wrestling Entertainment? We could never get a real answer to that question, no matter where we looked or anything. And the final,
I think they did it last minute because they were WWF.
Yeah,
but then they had to change it, and so they're like, shit.
Yeah,
I don't know what to change it to, so. There.
Yeah, it used to be World Wrestling Foundation, I assume, and Federation, and they found out that there is a World Wildlife Foundation, which already has the WWF, so they had to change it to World Wrestling Entertainment instead. Zombo's going to go away briefly, I don't know why, but the other episode that we did fairly recently was a review roulette by our good friend Shoshana, who has written most of the episodes of the Wildlife Foundation. She had an idea to do an episode about Binding of Isaac, which she believes to be one of the best religious games.
Yeah.
And that was this last week, and people seem to like it. They actually seem to be responding very well.
Yeah, except for those who just don't like religion.
Well, I think no matter what, we were going to get people who are going to be negative about that. If you talk about religion in any way, people are just going to be like, "How dare you?"
Especially the internet.
Well, yeah,
the internet just hates religion. And anything revolving around religion.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why would you believe in it? Because I'm alive.
Well, what? Do zombies not have their own religion?
Well, some do. They're stupid.
But
I mean, is this the afterlife? It kind of sucks.
Well, and I don't think so, because you're still in the same body you used to be in.
Well, I guess we pray to the big virus in the sky, because that's pretty much what controls my body. Is this the virus in my brain?
And does that have anything to do with felt?
Yeah, I hate you. just continue on with your
all right
thing.
All right. So I wanted to kind of segue a bit with the WWE one. We for the WWE we were using a friend of ours by the name of David Miller, who's done some episodes with us before. He did the Backseat Gamer. He did one of the episodes about Electronic Arts that we did, where it was just like we were actually trying to
that one,
devil's advocate. But he's actually going to be helping us out on the show now, because we're going to, within the next couple of months, we're going to try and do 2 videos a week in addition to this bi-weekly podcast that we're starting. So he's going to be in charge of some of the new videos that are coming out. I'm not going to go into huge detail, but there's going to be a couple of new series we're going to try, and we're going to do Review Roulette on a regular basis.
And the ones that he's doing, they're gaming related. So,
well, I mean, one of the series is kind of gaming. Well, one of the series is not gaming related. The other one is actually gaming related.
Okay.
We're not going to go into a huge amount, but we were actually starting a narrative series with him. He has started to... We've written, like, the first 10 episodes... Well, we've outlined the first 10 episodes. We're in the process of writing the scripts. We're going to go through the whole project of pre-production, all that. And you will be seeing them on this channel. They will be showing up... we don't really have a definitive date. We're saying at the moment November. Around that time is when all this is going to start popping up, and... I think you guys are going to like it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The other thing that we're going to be doing, because we always love to do horror episodes, there's going to be a Halloween-themed episode at the end of October. That's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, for us it's going to be a lot of work. Well, not for me, but for this guy and some of the other guys and girls and stuff.
Yeah, the Halloween episode, because each year we've tried to do... Because before we started Gaming Wildlife, we used to do a film festival called the Wild West Film Fest. And what that was a 48-hour film festival where you have to make a horror film within the confines of one weekend. On a Friday, they would give you a topic and say, you have to base your movie off of the following criteria, and then we would just have to shoot an entire video. You can actually go and see some of the previous ones that we've worked on over at youtube.com/Lone Road. They are very low quality compared to what we do now.
Yeah, you won third place for one of them.
I mean, we did get third place. Yeah, I've got third place at one of the festivals because I did a found footage movie the same year that Quarantine in Cloverfield came out. So people were just like, "Hey, this is really topical and kind of interesting." And that's
when I look at Gaming Wildlife, usually what I see is a bunch of people who are kind of like the Guardians of the Galaxy, but without the superpowers, and you're all losers.
Yes.
So you don't win anything, which is why you're here doing what you're doing.
I don't like you. So we're going to be doing a Halloween-centered episode, and each year that we do the Halloween episode, it's sort of about something that's kind of topical within the past year of horror and video games. This year, it's not as topical as it could be, but it's still going to be an idea I think you guys are really going to like. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're also in the process of getting together a streaming computer that's going to be a dedicated streaming machine that we will then do daily streams on. That is an eventual goal, but it is definitely something that we're working towards.
You may just see some hot chicks on there. Possibly.
I didn't know you knew hot chicks.
Oh, man. I know so many hot chicks. I mean, they're all dead, and they're decaying, but they were at one time hot, so you just gotta use your imagination, kind of like improv.
There will be no zombies. There will be no zombie hot chicks.
There will be live hot chicks.
That's not.
Maybe. Well, that's our goal. We're going to the strip club later?
No, it's not. Okay.
Okay.
So, one other thing that I wanted to address before we go into the question session, because a lot of people asked us very, very important questions that I feel as though we need to address.
Yeah.
Is there's going to be some minor changes in the 100% Honest series. We're going to start focusing. We're gonna stop focusing on specific CEOs. For the 100% Honest series. Now, before you guys say, oh, you're changing because of, this reason or that reason, the big thing is writing these episodes is kind of difficult when it comes to having to find someone to play the CEO, especially when it comes to video game-centered episodes, because the CEOs are almost entirely Asian, and we don't really know a whole lot of Asian people.
Yeah. But don't worry, I think your dad... Gabe Newell is still going to be there, so he's not going anywhere.
No, my dad's not going to go anywhere. But we're going to be, essentially with the future of 100% Honest, we're going to be taking away the idea that we're making fun of a CEO, and instead just focusing on making fun of the company as itself. So we'll be like, hi, I'm this dude from this company, and here's the dumb stuff we've been doing in the past year. And it basically is just helping me out when it comes to writing, because then I can focus without having to focus on who's the CEO of this company, because frequently when looking up CEOs for the 100% Honest series, I cannot for the life of me find the CEOs sometimes. So I'm like, who's the CEO of this company? I mean, when you Google the CEO of GameStop, it still says it's Gertzman, which is wrong. He hasn't been part of GameStop since 2007, but...
Well, it's like they don't want to be made fun of. They want to be hidden, and they just want to make money.
Of course they do. But this is why we like to make fun of them, because, if someone's going to make really silly business decisions, or if someone's going to do something really stupid with their company, we may as well just be like, hey, we're going to call you out on that. That is not going to change from the 100% Honest. It's simply going to change in how we're presenting the episodes to you, because instead of this is I'm pretending to impersonate CEO number 26, it's more just gonna be like, hi, I'm this dude from accounting, or hi, I'm this dude from the development team, and we're just gonna be we're just gonna be telling you the inside scoop on why this is a really stupid company and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's going to be happening within the next couple of weeks when you see the next 100% Honest. I hope you guys enjoy the new format. Because
if not, then, figure something out.
Yes. So, We have, as I can see on our YouTube page, 82 comments in the previous video.
Not all questions, so...
Right. And if you guys want to leave comments for our next podcast, Ask Gaming Wildlife, or just, hey, Gaming Wildlife, would you do this one thing? Feel free to ask, and we will put those on there as well. So, without further ado, we begin with... Bernendrus Hersa37 asks, any more plans for Sir Charles videos?
You mean the ones called Foundation episodes?
Now, we don't make fun of our fans.
Well, I'm not, but that's the term that I think you came up with.
Yes, it is. There are more Foundation episodes coming. The big issue with Foundation is that they take a lot of work to have to film, because it's more with like 100% Honest or Review Roulette, it's just us in front of a camera. The Foundation episodes, we have to actually like script it out. We have to, get to one of the locations.
Yeah, usually it's like 3-4 locations, which isn't really a big deal, but your cameraman's kind of a prickler, a dick. I don't know, something like that.
Well, it's just like it takes a longer time to make the Foundation episodes because we have to...
It has to make it look pretty.
Well, we also have to organize them and get more than just like 1 or 2 people to act. So, yes, there are going to be more Foundation episodes. They're not coming out as fast as we'd like, but to keep up a daily no, not daily, that'd be insane. But to keep up a weekly web series while we still have a full-time jobs outside of it is kind of difficult.
Yeah. If only we made more money.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Patreon.com/gamingwildlife. Anyway.
What was that?
It's something, a way for people to give us money if they want us to keep doing the show. Anyway. AirMac also, with parentheses, I steal profile pics DWI. Don't know what that means. Is, can I have the Pooh 5i Bow 5S? Can I have a Cancer Bow 5S? Can I have 10 Nintendo Shop Carbo 5S? $20 if you filing nice. Can I have a Gaming Wildlife T-shirt Bow 5S? Can you check out my SoundCloud, bruh? Can you check out my mixtape, bruh? Can I have a Rosetta Stone Bow 5S? Are you getting these Filthy Frank references? See, now this is quality.
I don't think so. I mean, Filthy Frank, motherfucker. It's Filthy Frank, bitch.
Let's get some pussy tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have... Yes. This is a high-quality question, asking about Bow 5S's. You see, Bow 5S's are an extinct species that...
He's going to explain this, I'm just going to...
Yeah, they're an extinct species that have been... I did it at home, asks, do you believe Donald Trump is love and life? Donald Trump's a big doofus, essentially. I think he's kind of a big doofus, and we may have an episode coming up soon that kind of talks about that, maybe, in the future, perhaps. You guys should maybe keep watching, and you'll see us make fun of Donald Trump a bit. Anyway.
Yeah.
Ruben Hope says, I love you guys, you're my favorite channel. Oh, thank you. It's very nice of you, Ruben.
You're our favorite dude, too.
Yes, Ruben Hope with the blue picture for your... Anyway. Purple Block says, can you do if a Hasbro was 100% honest?
It would all be about My Little Pony.
And...
They've just sold out completely. They are slaves to the ponies.
Am I mistaken in thinking that Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast work together? Is that true? Because if so, then Hasbro might be directly involved in Magic.
Possibly. I know that they make... I think Paramount, they're partially owned by... Okay, they make the G.I. Joe movies?
Yes.
And stuff like that, so... They oh, yeah, and... Transformers. Yeah. Okay. They're in association with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, Hasbro owns a lot of toy companies. But yeah, Hasbro...
I mean, they're not nearly as big as Lego. Holy mother of God.
There's a face. We need to put the face away. Anyway. So, Hasbro, yes, they are on our list. We are going to get to Hasbro eventually. It's one of those things where there's a lot of companies that we want to get to. But yes, we will absolutely get to Hasbro. Nick Piers asks... To date, What was your favorite and least favorite video you've produced? This question isn't exclusive to the 100% Honest series. For me, is a video that not a lot of people have seen, but my favorite video we've ever done, excuse me, was a video called The Modern Gaming Diner, which was a short little sketch we did where I go into a diner and I order food based off of, the tropes that are pretty common within gaming nowadays, how they're giving me a plate of food that is super expensive, but it doesn't have a whole lot of stuff on it, but then I can buy, DLC to add to the food, and then that just makes it more expensive. And we also kind of make fun of free-to-play games as well, how they will give you something really unique to begin with, but then to be able to play the rest of the game, you have to fork over a lot of money. It's I feel as though it's one of the best metaphors we've ever been able to use to make fun of the to make fun of a lot of the tropes in the gaming world. That's probably my favorite video. Least favorite, offhand, I'm not 100% sure. Probably that one Zoe Quinn video we did. Oh no, I shouldn't mention that. we did an immediate reaction to the Zoe Quinn incident from a year and a half ago, and nobody liked it because it wasn't very well thought out. So it's probably, we've taken it down since then just because it was just this is a bad idea. But, I am willing to admit that when we make mistakes, that video was a mistake, and so probably my least favorite video. You got any favorites or least favorites, Zombo?
Well, I'll have to think about it personally, but I went over and just asked Daniel what his was. Mm-hmm. I think his favorite was the Brony one, but I think he said that before. But I think that was because he did a lot of production with it, and it was kind of, he got to play with music and all that other stuff. His least favorite was probably a more recent one. What did he say? The Big Game Hunter.
Aww.
I think in that one he just said he coasted through it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just one just to kind of get by. Mm. He wasn't in the best of moods.
Fair enough.
But I guess me as Zombo, I liked the first horror games.
Yeah, horror games.
That was fun.
Horror games 1 was fun because that was about Slender. Because we were making it about Slender, and we actually made Jim play Slender in the video, and so there were a couple of times where he was like, guys, this is actually really kind of scary, because Slender's a pretty scary game for such a really well-made scary game for very minimal effort, and I'm always impressed by those.
My least favorite was probably the Sex Goddess Gamer, mostly because I had to see Dan's shirt. I had to see him shirtless. That was pretty disgusting. I mean, the cleavage made up for it.
Fair enough. Praise Divine Mercy says, all the t-shirts have is the logo. I bet a bunch of people would buy shirts with profiles of creatures featured on your show. Yes, that is a good idea. Do we have any money to do stuff like that?
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
We like that idea, so we may do that.
Mm-hmm.
At some point in time.
It costs us money to make t-shirts, and we don't have a lot of resources now.
we know people.
Yeah. We have connections in the world to connect to other people, and anyway. Superchip says, what do y'all think the Nintendo NX is going to be? I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think it's going to be a video game system with updated hardware that will be able to produce much bigger and nicer looking video games.
I think you're wrong. Basically, it's the upgraded hardware part. It may be upgraded from other consoles.
Like Wii U?
Yeah, but I mean, it's never gonna be upgrade from, PC. PC is just
Well, I mean, you can build a PC yourself, and you can't really upgrade consoles though. You can't upgrade a Wii U or a PlayStation or stuff like that.
I suppose.
Cool Delio says, if Zombo was 100% honest with us.
Well, right now? Well, I don't give a fuck about shit. I say whatever the fuck I want. I may censor myself a little bit, but basically, I feel as though I'm disabled, and so I feel like I should be, everything should come to me. Or at least, I want you to accept me and love me for who I am, even my weird, whatever voice I got.
And your felt?
This is my skin, goddammit!
How hyped are you? Okay, XX Sky Guy 03 says, how hyped are you for Pokemon Go? Not!
Okay.
I'm
not either, but...
I've kind of been in and out of Pokemon games for the past few years. Our friend Caleb from the show, who you've seen play many times, he's got long hair and he's a big guy. He and I have played a lot of Pokemon games together, but I'm not really that hyped for Pokemon Go. It seems like an interesting concept, but I'm not sure if it's going to be... Well, I mean, it's going to be big because it's Pokemon, and they sell zillions of copies of Pokemon each time Nintendo releases a new one, but I'm not 100% sold on the idea. We'll see what happens when it comes out in the future.
Yes.
What Mothcraft asks, what made you want to start YouTube and what keeps you going? What made me want to start YouTube was the fact...
Daniel.
Yeah, you do that. I actually started posting on YouTube back in 2006, but I never really had much success with it because it was just something that I would occasionally sometimes post, like a short film that I'd done through college. What really made us want to do the web series was back in 2011, a lot of different web series were just sort of popping up all over the place, and we were like, we want to do this. We want to keep being productive when it comes to making movies, but we don't really want to go out to LA. We don't really want to try and do like an independent film that's not going to be making a whole lot of money. We wanted to make web series on YouTube because it was starting to become a really huge thing at that point. And so we wanted to start doing a web series because it's a format we've wanted to do for a while, and we came up with this particular idea. It has kind of grown a bit organically over the years and changed a bit, and now it's a thing that makes us a tiny little bit of money, and also we have 80,000 subscribers, and that's really awesome. Yeah. What personally keeps me going is both the audience and just how much fun it is to see people's reactions to our videos.
Yeah. And I guess there's the drive to, not want to do your day job.
Yeah.
But that's part of it, considering that we spent many monies on, well, you guys did anyway, you just made me. But you've made a lot of monies on going to college to get a receipt for your college, which is and was completely worthless. So,
we all went to film school we all went to film school here in Kansas, and we all went to the same university, and from time to time we all think to ourselves, have we really was it really necessary for us to go to college and do all that stuff? But
I was happy. Well, I'm happy I was even born, but I think you guys were probably happy because you got to meet all the people you did, and people now at Asylum, and people that make awesome independent films.
Oh, God.
That one guy that made CSA, it's on Netflix.
Kevin Wilmot.
Yeah, Kevin Wilmot.
Yeah.
We made, I think Daniel helped him with Destination Planet Negro, and you both helped him with Jayhawkers. They were both pretty decent films, pretty good films.
We've met a lot of filmmakers over the years. Kevin Wilmot's a pretty cool one, and a couple of films that he's done recently. One's called Jayhawkers, which is about the history of Wilt Chamberlain and how he became one of the biggest basketball stars. Another one is called Destination Planet Negro, which is a film about when does it originally set place? Is it
it's the 1930s?
30s.
It's kind of when black people feel like they should go to Mars and call that Destination Planet, call that.
Yeah,
Planet
it was because Kevin likes to do a lot of films about race relations. It was a film about...
He's African American, by the way.
Yeah, he did a film called Destination Planet Negro where a group of black men and women decide to fly out to Mars because they're not being treated very well in the United States, obviously. They accidentally hit a time portal and are sucked into modern day
Kansas City.
Kansas City and Lawrence kind of stuff. And they, people from the 30s it's sort of a fish out of water, but it's also got some science fiction elements to it. It's actually a really fun little movie, and Dan helped out on it, and it's really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ruben Hope, respect me, bitch, laughed so much. Ruben thinks you're funny.
Well, that's good. One person. Thanks, guy. I love you. This guy hates me.
Likes 27 says, I didn't know there was GWF merchandise. Love your videos, by the way. When's the next review roulette? Yes, there is GW merchandise. It is on gamingwildlife.net. There is literally only one thing on the website, and that is our t-shirts. The next review roulette came out a couple of days ago, actually. It was Shoshana's review roulette of Binding of Isaac, the best religious game ever.
Yeah. And right now we're doing, what is it, one a month? We may be able to do more with the, be able to produce more.
Yeah, around November.
They'll usually be on Friday instead of Monday, though.
November is going to be when we're going to try and do our big push to doing multiple episodes a week. And we're going to maintain that as best as we can. But ultimately, we're just going to keep pushing forward because we love doing this.
Yeah.
John Un Kim says, how would you like to move to Pyongyang and be my personal entertainers?
How much you paying? Yeah. Give me a number, bitch.
Yeah,
I want it.
Let's discuss numbers, John Un Kim.
I mean, there could be a limit what we do, but if it's just jokes, why the hell not? Numbers
are really what we're interested in. Like, if you want us to come as your personal entertainers, we gotta know the money sitch, man.
Yeah.
Anyway. Slimgada says, what were the benefits in joining Channel Awesome? Will there be more crossovers? Also, can we do if Doug Walker was 100% honest? So, each of these one at a time. Benefits of joining Channel Awesome is basically we get a whole nother audience, because we joined them, I think it was last November, is when we started posting videos there. We're getting their audience, they're partially getting our audience, and it's just, a nice little collaboration for the two of us, while also, we don't get paid any more than what we do, we're just basically getting a boost in our audience, they're getting a boost in theirs. It's just it's a nice little thing for the two of us. We didn't have to sign a contract or anything. It's just, hey, we're going to feature your videos. Oh, that's great. We're part of Channel Awesome now, and that was cool. As for more crossovers, we're trying to get in contact with some of the Channel Awesome producers. We'd like to do some crossovers, and it's just about when...
Yeah, I think usually the best bet when it comes to crossovers is, unless you met them personally or they like your stuff, all you can do is just email them and hope they email you back. Yeah. And that's 50-50. So, it's what it is.
Yeah.
So.
And then they also asked if Doug Walker was 100%. Well, he said if Doug Walter was 100% honest. I've never met Doug Walter. I don't know who this man is.
That's our neighbor. I don't know why they know him.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. But Doug Walker, which is what I think you were trying to say, maybe it's just about whether or not we've got a decent enough idea to run with, and we'll see. I usually don't like... I don't really like to do videos that directly attack one person specifically.
Even though that's what we do.
Even though that is what we do. We're more often than not with the 100% Honest series, we're making fun of the position rather than the person. We're not making fun of...
The person is just a figurehead, people.
We're not making fun of John Riccatello. We were making fun of the CEO of Electronic Arts. We're not making fun of Gabe Newell. We are making fun of the CEO of Valve. So to attack, to go basically...
I thought we were making fun of your dad.
Well, I like my dad.
Oh, yeah, he's kind of cool. I'm sorry.
But to go after Doug Walker directly, it's if Doug Walker were 100% honest, doesn't really feel like it's in the spirit of the series. But if we come up with an idea, maybe I'm not giving a definitive yes or no on that.
Yeah.
Would you guys consider doing... Zach Harris, by the way, says, would you guys consider doing if Twitch were 100% honest with us?
I guess.
Sure.
Maybe. I mean...
Seems solid.
We play games, we make money, blah.
Yeah. Seems like a solid idea. 13 Mike Star, and this is the 13th Mike Star, so that's different than Mike Stars 1 through 12.
Okay.
So 13 Mike Star says, you post some really good content. Really enjoy the 100% Honest series. Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I honestly really love the fact that people will come on here and say really nice things to us. Above all else, I just want to say thank you guys for posting nice comments and saying really, nice things. It always just makes us feel really happy whenever we hear someone say, hey, I like your stuff. And so thank you. Jeffrey Grubb says, "Why are you so terrible at YouTube? Fuck off." Shiny Sword Game.
Why did you even give him a shout out? He shouldn't even got a shout out.
No,
Well,
I wanted those two to have sort of a juxtaposition with each other because Mike Star says, "Oh, you guys are really cool."
well, we
And then
suck at YouTube because we're not businessmen. I'm sorry, we can't be PewDiePie and just make PGS content.
PGS.
Well, sorry, that's more like Smosh.
Yeah, no, Smosh is more clean cut than PewDiePie. PewDiePie said
But
like
that's what you gotta do to be mainstream. Basically,
PewDiePie
you just
said-
gotta. That is the definition of selling out, people. Be pure PG for the sake of getting views. That is selling out.
I wouldn't even say Markiplier does that because Mark's like swore quite a bit. In fact, I've heard like practically.
Well,
every
he's still
single-
ish PG, but he's. I guess it feels more like he's more humanized than like PewDiePie or the other guy. I don't know.
Markiplier seems like a
It's-
very down to earth kind of guy.
Yeah.
And
I
also,
guess.
and also, I don't know if he would ever say this, but Mark, we're really sorry to hear about your friend.
Yeah.
It was a very sad thing that happened, and I'm sorry to hear that happened. Shiny Sword Gaming says, if streamers were 100% honest with us, yeah,
Pretty much same with Switch. Yeah.
sounds like a solid idea.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
idea.
in the future,
Yeah.
anything that is a request we look at and we put it in our brain.
I've got like a whole document full of that I'm constantly changing that is full of all the requests that people have made, and I'm just like, that seems like a good idea. That one's a good idea. Not so sure about that one. That, just basically go through and Zombo's dead.
No, I'm not.
Are you sure this needs a podcast? Video updates sounds good enough. It's an experiment. If it doesn't work, we won't keep doing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Preston Dial. Oh yeah, that was Not Ordinary Games, by the way, who said that one. Preston Dial says Blizzard. Is there?
Yeah.
Is there?
Well, there probably is one.
I mean,
maybe it was hidden because
it's
they were
September.
ashamed of it.
It's
I don't
September
know.
right now. I don't really see Blizzards happening anytime soon. Maybe in December we might get one, but yes, we did do
Who
a Blizzard.
knows? Kansas is a bitch.
We did do a Blizzard
Bitch.
episode that didn't really feel like a 100% honest episode, and so I wanted to change
Pretty
it a
much-
bit before trying to.
Pretty much
tackle
when
it
we
again.
screw up, we're saying we're pulling a Blizzard / Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, is that there's a lot of comments on here.
Well, let's see which ones are questions.
All right. Can you talk about how Channel One Stop says? Can you talk about how and why you made this channel and your first experiences with video games? We made this channel because we wanted to make a web series. We wanted to do video content for a living. We didn't want to have to go out to LA and make it out there. We wanted to be able to stay here and work from home, and it is pretty much viable at this point.
YouTube is where the people are.
Yeah.
It's where, you can just go and do stuff and you don't have to worry about people funding your thing or do it a certain way or, that kind of stuff.
And our first experiences with video games, the first video game I ever played, this is going to sound really bad, but the first video game I ever played was Alone in the Dark.
You should tell them the story on that.
Because my folks, back in... God, when did that game come out? It was either 91 or 92, I think, is when it came out. They knew one of the guys who was working on that game, and he gave them a free copy and said, hey, do you guys want to try this out, see if it, it's good or anything? And my folks were like, yeah, sure. It's the only game I know of that my parents have ever played all the way through, and apparently they stayed up until like 4 a.m. trying to beat the game when it first came out. But they played it all the way through. They really liked it. They thought it was fun. They introduced me to it because they looked at this and they were like, this game isn't really all that scary. None of these things look that realistic. But it was still a horror game, and it scared the absolute crap out of me.
Man.
And I loved it. It was so much fun, despite the fact that it's really, 1991 full 3D graphics. Just think about that. Think about how bad they had to be back in 91.
I mean, if you know Ian, basically he loves pain. Like, not in a masochistic way, but he loves it in a way where, he'll eat a hot sauce, even though he knows it will just destroy his insides. But then you complain.
Yeah, I do.
You complain when it burns your tongue and your throat and your stomach.
Yeah,
we have to hear it all. It's kind of like when you hear something scary, I'm sorry. Ian likes to complain. I'm Zombo. I say what's real.
Pot calling the kettle black. If Gaming Wildlife were 100% honest with us,
Already happened.
says Shiraz is Shaq. Shiraz Ishak. I am butchering your name. I apologize. But yeah, that already happened. We did a Rickroll video back in April, and we did an actual proper Gaming Wildlife 100% Honest in August for our 3rd-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Jisu Joni says, how often do you guys get attracted? What videos have you guys thought of doing and are making, and what are your favorite games? How often do we get attracted? Well, we're not really that attractive as people. We're kind of like goblins. Like, look at the size of this beard. I am super shaggy on the beard right now, and that's not really that cool. I don't know what you're actually asking. Do you mean how often do we get like noticed in real life? Actually, really infrequently. There was one time, I think back in December, that someone actually came up to us and they were like, hey, we're a big fan of your series. We think you're really cool. And I was like, and I think I was really actually kind of drunk at the time because we were at a bar.
Daniel offered her fries because they were right there.
Yeah. We were drunk at a bar and someone came up and was like, hey, I like your guys' stuff. And we're like, hey, sir, I appreciate that. That's really cool. I like that. Anyway,
cool. Questions.
What videos have you guys thought of doing or are making? Well, we've got a Halloween episode coming up. We're going to be doing a new narrative series and a new series that isn't really a narrative, but it's kind of a short, little, really silly, funny
Also,
thing.
there's a thing that Daniel and Jim are doing together that I think will be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It compares one thing to another thing, I'll just say that.
We've got a bunch of different content that we're going to try.
And that's really why they're doubling up their content, is so they can, give you new potential shows, freshen your taste palette.
Yep. And what are your favorite games? Fallout 3 and Roller Coaster Tycoon and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
I like The Walking Dead. The Telltale game. That was a fun one. Gosh. Anyway. I know Daniel likes platformers. Yeah. So anything platformer, Jak and Daxter, blah, blah, blah.
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, he just played through those.
Yeah. Discord, the God of Chaos, says, Troll gamer. Sure.
That's not a question.
Sure.
Go to a question.
Are you ever going to consider collaborating with other YouTubers to spread the word about your channel by Biscuit Lounge? Yes, we would love to do that.
If anybody wants to collaborate, please. You're in my light, bitch. Anybody wants to collaborate, just email us, because we always want to do stuff, even if you think you're not good enough, you're always good enough. You're always special. You're always amazing.
Yeah, we'll
pointing over here.
We'll cross over with you guys. We'll cross over with anyone. Just contact us. We have an email on our channel. Email us business stuff.
It's also in the description.
Yes,
I think.
Sure, why not?
Well, you're supposed to check that, bitch. Okay.
So Jerimbo says, you guys are awesome. Thank you. Every video I upload puts a smile on my face. Thank you. That means a lot. If you could have any power or ability from a game, what would you choose? I want a portal gun. I want to shoot portals on the ceiling, jump through them. More specifically, I want to shoot a portal into my bedroom, and then the other one to my work, so I can just be like, portal, walk through. Hey, I'm at work.
Now I want a portal.
Yeah.
That would save me so much gas, though I don't drive.
So this one guy has a name who I can't recognize, but he asks, will you post the podcast on YouTube and will it be live? We'll post on YouTube. And we're also going to post it on the SoundCloud.
Well, think about live later, I don't know.
Yeah. We might try it live later and do like live streaming stuff. Warhammer 79, feature me, Ian. Okay.
Fair.
The Joker asks, will the podcast be uploaded on YouTube? Yes. You don't. He asks if we have to buy it. Nope. It'll be free. You can download it for free from SoundCloud or just watch it on YouTube. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Nebula Mirage says Samsung 100% honest. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Be interesting.
Tough.
Fourth Wave asks, tits or ass?
Ass.
I'm a boobs guy.
Ass.
I like boobs. Boobs are nice. Paintball is awesome. Says, can you do an episode on Charles himself? I mean, what is he? A non-gamer level 5? Also, I love your guys' videos. Thank you. We did an episode a long time ago called Meet Charles, which was about, we were trying to kind of create a background story for Charles. We could go back and look at that video. It's one of, I think, the 8th video that we've ever posted, but we could try another episode on Charles, just be like, what is the history of Charles and stuff like that. But yeah, that's something we can do. CJ Adams says, which episode did you run out of ideas for the 100% Honest series?
The second!
Yeah. We did the EA episode just as a one-of thing, just because Electronic Arts is, bastards and they're kind of full of shit sometimes. The Valve one we had come up with because we had kind of been annoyed. Well, I had personally been annoyed by the fact that Valve still hadn't updated Half-Life 3. We didn't know what was happening with then. And then at that point we were just like, we didn't really think that much about making it a series. And then the Electronic Arts one went viral, and we're like, maybe we should make this a series. Maybe it's not that bad of an idea. So, essentially, the first 2 episodes were just created because I thought they were good ideas. From that point forward, it was, well, we can make a series around this, so we wanted to focus more on that. So, I guess just the first 2, then. Is the 100% Honest series a regular thing where you ever go back to talking about gamers like you used to?
Yeah, we're not getting rid of anything.
But both? We're going to be talking about gamers more frequently. The Foundation episodes just take a little bit longer to shoot, but yes, we are going to be doing more Foundation episodes. Since it's been over a year since the whole controversy struck, I'd like to know where you guys currently stand with GG. Gamergate's a big mess. We can go into it in another episode, but this isn't really the best time or place for it. We might have.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's essentially a big mess, is what it is. But we'll do more stuff later. And that was Mike Cinematic on YouTube, and the other guy was Mr. 64 Luigi. Fun Bucket says, should I get an Xbox 360 Ghost Recon Special Edition wired PC controller or an Xbox One wired PC controller? Yep, I have knowledge of stuff like this. Go with the Xbone PC controller. I know I'm not really a big Xbox guy, but I know their controllers are usually very compatible with PC, so I would say go with an Xbox One. Moondebest says, Facebook Gamer. Yeah, that's a future episode. Yeah, okay. Oscar or Gel Cubvert. I'm mispronouncing your name. I do apologize. Says, for the director, do you like guys? Huh? Do you like guys because you are such a hot bear? Gay, Google it, and I want to cuddle you and bury my face in your beard and just live there.
That's the guy that loves ya.
I'm straight.
He wants to play with this.
I'm sorry. No, I do not like guys, and also I have a girlfriend, so I do apologize, but thank you for the compliment.
Don't worry, you just made her super jelly.
Paint mold is awesome. We already asked that one. All teachers have the logo. Oh, wait, is this looping itself? No.
No, they're just people with multiple comments.
Roxasilla says, play Lucian Hearts. Nice game. Okay. Don Safadi says, why are you so fucking gay? Well, I'm happy a lot of the time. I think being happy is an important thing. I feel as though people should be happy in their lives.
I agree.
RoboMiner says, what if you'll not have any company do 100% Honest with?
I don't know when we'll run out of companies.
That's what he's asking.
Yeah.
We might eventually do all the companies in the world, I guess, or we would do all the possible things in the world, but I don't see it stopping.
There's always new companies popping up. But you're doing a Tesla.
Yeah. And once again, I see Google 100% Honest. Google 100% Honest is such a broad topic. Trying to whittle it down to one thing is going to be difficult. But yes, that's on
something.
If new IPs are 100% honest, sure. I guess that would be just more of a look at the gaming industry as a whole.
Yeah.
Look forward to the podcast. Sweet. Can I use the restroom? No, we're not done. You sit
there, sir, and pee yourself.
We're not done yet. Do not get up.
If you have to go number 2, there's a bucket in the corner.
So sorry, Alex's art tips, but you're going to have to wait. Yeah. Arnef Mass says, would you play Gaming Wildlife the game if it existed?
I mean...
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to make one.
Yeah, you want to make one? We'll play it.
Yeah.
Tristan Norman says, what YouTubers do you guys watch? Markiplier, Game Theory, Team 4 Star. Shut up, phone! My phone. It's going off. Team 4 Star, Markiplier, Game Theory, epic meal time. I could just like go through our subscriber list and tell you all the people we look at. But yeah, we watch a significant amount.
Yeah, like I guess sometimes Filthy Frank, but it's usually some of his older stuff.
I like Filthy Frank. Talentasi, I do apologize if I'm messing this up, is Xbox were 100% honest with us in 2000. Yep, that's an episode. Yep. Cole Mills, YouTube Gamer. Yep. YOLO Cake Rackdoor, Activision 100% honest. Already did that. Yep.
Yeah.
What inspired us to do Gaming Wildlife? Basically just college and wanting to get into doing web series because we really liked what they were doing.
Yeah.
But
and
also...
it
was also just an idea that was come up by me and Shoshana, the idea to, hey, what if we looked at the personalities of gamers like they were species in a kingdom, and then the 100% Honest series was, God, I'm so pissed off at this company, I want to write a 3-page rant about them as if they were 100% honest.
And frankly, if it wasn't for Shoshana or Daniel, you probably wouldn't still be doing this. Definitely not on a consistent basis.
No.
Because Daniel was the one who, forced you to say, it's this day, and then he pushed you to the edge, saying, fuck it, this is what's going to happen, and it happened. So, there you go.
Nah, Daniel's not that important. Anyway,
I'm sorry. He thinks highly of himself, which I don't think is really true.
I'm kidding. Dan and Shoshana are like the main people who keep the whole thing organized. I'm just kind of the idea guy, basically. Warhammer, who's writing the script? Where's Facebook 100% honest? Probably us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think about Xenoblade Chronicles X? Never played it. Istanbul or Constantinople? Well, I mean, it is Istanbul, not Constantinople. Been a long time gone from Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. If Nintendo was 100% honest with us again, yeah, we're going to do a follow-up to a Nintendo, don't worry.
Everything will happen. Be patient.
FaZe was first.
Okay, everybody! Everybody! He was first! Oh my god!
Yes. Enjoyable, yeah.
Yes.
What are your tips on becoming successful on YouTube? Have a definitive day that you upload. Have it be consistent. You upload on this day. Uploading daily, if you can produce the videos fairly quickly, if you've got a lot of great ideas that you can throw out there.
And also, don't try to stick to one thing if one thing isn't working.
Yeah.
Just keep playing around till something works.
Yeah.
And then the more people you meet on YouTube, the better it is. Unfortunately, how most things are, basically, the more people you know, the better. It's 90% contacts and 10% talent.
Yeah.
So if you got something, then, that will help you, I guess, in the long run. So.
Yeah. You have to be persistent, you have to be consistent, and you need to be able to...
Consistent.
Yeah, consistent, persistent, and know some good people, and just keep at it. You need to be also willing to change your ideas, as he said, yeah. Androbot3000 says, how do you not have over 200,000 subscribers yet you post amazing content? I don't know.
I mean, share.
Yeah. Or give to our Patreon.
Go to our Facebook, our Twitter. I mean,
it's all
support us, give us stuff, but we don't want to overload you. I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
just the fact that we have your support, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
You watch is great.
Let's Talk Tech was first. Very good. Let's Talk Tech was first.
Oh my god, another first. Yes. This is unprecedented.
Awesome.
High five.
High five. Anyway. Cole Mills, Try Hard Gamer. I think we did that one already. It was called the Super Hard Gamer, actually, and it involved tentacle hentai.
Kind of ish.
Yeah. IPS Snow Pie Productions says, "Notice me, senpai." Yep. Hi.
We have noticed you.
You have been noticed. Amateur Filmation says, "Do you have any brothers or sisters?" I am an only child. I believe Dan has a brother and anything else.
I guess I have two.
Mm-hmm. He has two brothers?
Yeah.
No?
Well, that's what I've heard. I think he has a younger one and an older one. Something like that.
RTMX says, "You know what Gaming Wildlife needs? A hot chick." Yeah.
Are you
RTMX, are you a hot chick?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Nebula Mirage says, "Oh, that's why there's boxes everywhere." Yeah, I just moved into a new apartment, and Dan just moved into my old place.
Why are you pointing at me? I'm Zombo.
Well, Daniel's in that direction.
Oh, yeah.
I pointed in that direction.
He's in the corner because he's being punished for some reason.
Yeah, he's been a bad boy. But yes, it's because I've moved recently, and I'm still in the process of unloading everything. But I'm going to make this background look a lot nicer, so it gives you guys something to look at. Professor Gutnacht says, "Would you give one of your fingers for $1 million, which you can only spend to get more money?"
We talked about this.
So, wait. Okay, so let me see if I can get this process. I sell a finger, let's say my pinky, and I get $1 million, but I can only spend that $1 million to make more money. Does that mean I get to spend the more money on things I could actually use? Like a bionic finger or something?
I mean, you'd have to spend all your money for it, but you have a more powerful pinky.
That'd be kind of cool anyway. Weiryax says, "If Fox News is 100% honest with us." Yep, that's an idea. Definitely an idea. Dragonfire is the 30th comment. Yep, I'm an early bird troll. Well, very good, very good. Madija Skorik says, "Boobs or butts?" Boobs.
Well, you already answered that question, but butts.
FaZe said elbows, though, so FaZe is a fan of this. It's good stuff for FaZe.
Well, everything is somebody's fetish, so if you're into the elbow, go for it.
And finally, Cole Mills says, "Do a Minecraft gamer." We did an episode with Mojang and Rovio, 100% honest, which I thought was very funny.
Yeah, but we haven't done one where we have talked about the Minecraft gamer, which can be many episodes.
Oh yeah, we could do an entire month on that. To be honest,
Minecraft month, maybe
Minecraft month, where we talk about how Minecraft came to be, where it's how it became such the huge thing that it was. I still love Minecraft. I think it's fun. But that is all of the questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, I say we bring this little podcast to a close. So, thank you.
Before we end it, I would like to ask the audience a question. Is that okay?
Sure.
So, we have a friend over at Geekvolution named Jay. Yes. And I was thinking, I wonder how many people actually came from him to come to us. And so, from all you guys out there, where did you come from? How did you find out about Gaming Wildlife? And what keeps you here? Why do you keep coming here? I mean, based on our analytics, we can assume it's 100% honest. But we're curious. So, let us know.
Please do. And yes, and thank you everybody for watching. This podcast is brought to you by no one. We have no sponsors. But feel free to go and check out our Patreon over at not YouTube. Well, you can check Gaming Wildlife out at youtube.com/gamingwildlife, but our Patreon at patreon.com/gamingwildlife to give us a little bit of money that we will use to make better content and make it so that we don't have to do our day jobs anymore. You'll be seeing another podcast probably in a couple of weeks. And thank you, everybody. This has been a wonderful time. I am your director.
I'm Zombo.
This is Zombo, and we will see you next time on the Gaming Wildlife Podcast.
Goodbye.
Thank you for watching.